Welcome to the completely free high-ticket dropshipping course. Now, the aim of this free course is to take you from zero beginner to making your very first sale and beyond. Now, this free course is action-packed and fast-paced. It essentially lists out everything that you need to do in bullet point formats in order for you to make your store, to getting your first sale, and hiring employees and scaling your business. Now, I'm super excited to share this free course with you. And if you have taken any value from this entire free course series, make sure to drop a comment below if you have any questions. I'll try my best to answer each and every single one of them. So let's jump right into module number 1, which is business setup. Now, I'll cut right to the chase. Business setup is kind of tedious, but it is completely needed because we are building a actual business. This is not a free, or this is not an AliExpress dropshipping store where you set up a business and you launch ads within 1 hour. Business setup takes a little bit of time, but this is going to be your foundation of your business because this is not going to be some overnight success. So let's jump right into it. Business setup overview. Here are the 5 steps, if I can count, of setting up your business. Number 1 is going to be incorporating your business. Number 2, obtaining an EIN number. Number 3, Resale Certificate. Number 4, business banking. And number 5, business credit card. Now, I will leave a link to this exact Google Doc so you can also view all this information. Link in the description below. So, in order to incorporate business, so if you're in the US, things are fairly simple. If you're in the US, you would want to incorporate business in the US. If you're not from the US, that's completely fine. You can run your business from anywhere because you can set up a US LLC and then sell in the US. Or if you're in more established markets such as the UK, Australia, and even Europe, and any established markets that has e-commerce, meaning people are buying and shopping online, you can completely sell there. So with that being said, if you're based in the US, incorporating in your home state is the easiest. So for example, if you are in the state of Florida, then incorporating in Florida is going to be the most straightforward way in incorporating your business. Alternatively, you can also choose to incorporate in the no state tax state, such as Wyoming, Delaware, and there's a few others like Nevada, which is another one, but most popular ones are going to be Wyoming or Delaware. If you're outside the US, incorporating a US company, I would suggest using or incorporating that in Delaware or Wyoming because you're not going to have any state tax. Now, service recommendations for this are going to be LegalZoom. They are not a sponsor, but LegalZoom is going to be a very easy way in order to set up your business. So in order to get set up with LegalZoom, what you need to do is go to business and then register your business. You want to pick an LLC. Now, I have what is called a corporation, and corporations have a benefit over an LLC, but they both give you the same legal protection. You do not want to start your business as a sole proprietorship, mainly because you do not have any legal protection. Now I can go and rant about LLC versus corporation, but basically corporations, you want to essentially form that once your business is doing $50K a year in net profit. Then it's worth switching to a corporation. But start with an LLC and click on Start My LLC. Now, there are a few options to choose with LegalZoom. I suggest either going for the Pro or Premium. Now, the Pro, it says you get hands-on guidance with an experienced business attorney, which, for $50 more, you get an unlimited 30-minute attorney consultation, and first 30 days of subscription included. So I would probably go for Premium if you want to talk with an attorney. This is not legal advice, but what I did was actually just form my LLC from your state's website. You can also do that if you just Google form LLC in, for example, Delaware, and then there's definitely tons of resources out there to help you set up your LLC. Now, along with this, you also get an EIN if you choose to go with LegalZoom. It's just LegalZoom is an all-in-one platform to get you set up with your business, compared to doing it manually with the state in basically the government's website. The EIN can be obtained from the IRS website, or you can just pay like a service like LegalZoom and get that all done for you. So once you get LegalZoom set up, what I recommend is obviously the LLC. They're both considered corporations, but your legal entity is actually an LLC. What I have is S corporation, which is different. So obtaining your EIN number, you want to do this after you have formed your business. So if you're using LegalZoom and you're doing your LLC and you pick either the Pro or Premium package, you will get your EIN. So you do not have to worry about it if you go with LegalZoom. However, if you go with something else where you set up with your state, your EIN number is attainable from the IRS website. So if you just simply Google IRS EIN, and it should be this one right here, apply for an employer identification number. Now, you can apply for one anywhere from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern time. And what you do is just click apply online now, and then just begin the application. This is very, very simple. There shouldn't be too many questions about this. You just choose, if you're using LLC, click LLC. Obviously, this is not legal advice, as always. How many members? If it's just you, just choose one. Where you are incorporated. So, for example, you're incorporated in Delaware, choose Delaware. And I've done this plenty of times with other people. It's very, very simple. Started a new business. Continue, authenticate, put in your first name, last name. I'm one of the owner's members. So you are going to be the owner of your LLC, obviously. And then your address, details, confirmation. Once you get to a confirmation stage, what you want to do is make sure you save your EIN number somewhere secure. I recommend creating like a Google Drive so you can store all your business information in there if you are doing it on yourself without LegalZoom. If you're doing it LegalZoom, they're just going to give you all the information up front after they incorporate your business, and they're just going to organize all your files for you. So after you attain your EIN number, some other recommendations is you can either use the official IRS website, which is this right here, or you can use an EIN service from Fiverr. You can just search up EIN service on Fiverr, and then you should find plenty. But I would just recommend doing it yourself. It's not that hard at all. So your resale certificate. Now, the resale certificate is essentially a form that you present to your suppliers in order to not pay sales tax on the order. What you're doing is you are essentially telling your suppliers that you are buying the item at wholesale and reselling it at retail cost, and you should not be paying sales tax because you are not the end consumer. The end consumer is the person that should be paying sales tax. So in order to get a resale certificate, it depends on the state that you incorporate your business in. I have linked this tax jar article that goes over every single state and how to get a resale certificate there. Just follow the guide and you should be able to get your resale certificate. Some states, you don't even need to send in the form with your state. You just need to fill out the form and you're ready to go. So with that being said, I will make sure to grab the Google Docs, link in the description, and then you should be able to open this tax jar document to see how to get a resale certificate in every single state. So with that being said, your resale certificate is fairly straightforward. You just want to get that set up after you incorporate your business and then obtain your EIN number. This is in order. Please do not skip. It is purposely laid out this way so you can follow it step by step. It's laid out exactly how you should set up this business. So after you have gotten your resale certificate, next is going to be business banking and business credit cards. Now, if you're in the US, you can use banks like if you have a bank account at Chase, Bank of America, just open one there. Or you can also use an online bank if you really don't want to use these big banks that obviously these banks are good, but they require a minimum. Some are $1,500, some are maybe close to $2,000. Otherwise, they charge you a fee. If you don't want to deal with all that fees, I recommend Wise or Noble Bank. I have both, and if I were to recommend one, I would use Wise, simply because once you are hiring employees, you can pay them out of Wise, and it's very, very, very affordable. Nova Bank is also a US bank, but it's online. Their support is not the best, but if all you're doing is just banking, then it's completely fine. So either one of these are completely fine. If you're not from the US, obviously you would, if you're selling in the US, you would have your US LLC, and you should be able to apply for these just fine. Some other ones, so I would just use Wise if you're from another country, because it's just very simple and easy to use. Now, that being said, business credit cards. So business credit cards are excellent ways to actually add profit to your business, and I'm able to get anywhere from a couple $1,000s in free cash back with my business every single month, and that cash back is actually not taxable, so you can deposit into your personal account without paying taxes. One of my friends that I know that he doesn't do high ticket dropshipping, but I saw that he cashed out like nearly 100K worth of Amex points, and that is completely tax free. It's very good. But you also have to need to be spending that much on ads to get all those points. So some credit card recommendations are going to be the Amex Business Gold. So this is good for your ad spend, so advertising spend. This does come with a $295 annual fee, but once you are spending more than a couple $1,000s a month, then this easily pays for itself. Now, if you don't really want points for like travel, Amex is good for travel. You can get other cards that you can like boost this point exchange rate. They have the American Express Charles Schwab card, and essentially what you can do is get more value for your points if you deposit that into an investment account. But without getting too in depth, the Amex is good if you want travel, and Capital One Business Spark, which I also have this card, is good for cash back. You get unlimited 2%, and for most people, if you're not going to travel, I recommend the Capital One Business Spark. This is a little bit hard of a card to get into, but once you get into it, I really like this card. It's just very simple and easy to use. Some suppliers do not take Amex, so Amex is probably only going to be used on Google Ads and Bing ad spend or any other advertising spend. But this Capital One Business Spark, you have unlimited 2%, and if you just click on this link, you get a $500 annual bonus, and that's like you can get that money like deposited into your bank. They send a check, but after you spend like 50K in a year, which for high ticket it's not that much, because remember, we're selling very expensive items, and 50K worth of inventory, is like, I don't know, 10 to 50 orders. So it's very achievable. So with that being said, those are the business credit cards I recommend: Capital One Business Spark or American Express Business Gold. And then some final words before we wrap this video up. So thank you so much for staying till this all the way until this part of the video. So some final words are just tips for staying organized. Make sure you create a Google Drive, store all your business information in there, set up folders in a way so you know exactly where each and every document is, and just start being organized at this stage of the business, because once you have more things going on, it's very easy to be overwhelmed if you misplace folders here or documents here and there. So make sure you are organized. Just create a Google Drive. And I also would recommend actually creating an LLC email. It can be a Gmail account. You can do, like, for example, your initials, LLC 123@gmail.com, or anything like that, and use that essentially to store all your business information. So your business setup, your EIN, your resale, your business banking, your business credit cards. Make sure you just make a separate email that's separate from your personal email. So with that being said, that is it for the completely free high ticket dropshipping course, module 1, which is business setup. I'll see you in module 2. And thank you so much for watching.